What? Oh, that was an interesting game, wasn't it? Let's see, the offense actually played better. Nick Sirianni focused on the ball primarily. He ran the ball first. Now, I don't know if that's because he has more confidence in Jordan Howard than Miles Sanders, and maybe that's the case, but we looked good offensively. And Jalen Hurts, he didn't pass much, but when he did, he looked like he had more room to throw the ball. He didn't have to force plays, so that helped our offense. But that's not the main subject. The main subject that's going on in this Eagles fan base, and rightfully so, is about the defense. Particularly Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator. So last week, we only let the Detroit Lions score 6 points, saying that, so what? Yeah, we all thought, okay, Jonathan Gannon's coming along. Some people were trying to imply that the defense was coming along against a winless Detroit Lions team. But look what happened when they had to play against a team with a winning record that has playmakers on offense. That's a good quarterback, Justin Herbert, Jared Cook. What happened there? Oh, yeah, well, for one, those two absolutely had a field day against our defense. Justin Herbert over 300 yards passing. Oh, not to mention that final drive, they just took their time, went right downfield, milked the clock, and kicked the game-winning field goal, which I got to give the Chargers credit. With Jonathan Gannon, so after that game against the Detroit Lions, which against a winless team, we're really supposed to think you were coming along? Well, look what you did against a team that actually had offensive players. You couldn't get it done. You let them march down the field on us all game, particularly at late in the game. Let them convert on 4th down twice. Oh, so that means that those 2 4th down stops early in the game when the Chargers went for it, they didn't matter because their offense made up for it, and our defense couldn't stop them on 4th down when it mattered most. So what does that matter? And here's the thing, Jonathan Gannon. I noticed something about you, Jonathan Gannon. When we play against bad teams like the 49ers, the Falcons, the Lions, the Panthers, somehow the defense can step up and get pressure. We try to get pressure there, which has worked in our favor in those situations. But when we go against teams like the Buccaneers, the Chargers, the Raiders, teams that have playmakers, you don't do that. You don't get pressure on them. It's like they have this backward philosophy of we're going to focus in on trying to shut down the pass when we go against teams that have good players on offense, that have capable quarterbacks. But guess what? That doesn't work because you play right into their strengths and you give them more time to do what they can do. Give them more time to have a field day against our secondary, and that's exactly what happens. That's what Justin Herbert did. That's what Tom Brady did. That's what Derek Carr did. That's what happened with Patrick Mahomes. When you get pressure on these guys, you throw them off their game, Jonathan Gannon. When you get pressure against teams with top-level quarterbacks or capable quarterbacks, one or the other, QBs at those 2 levels, you're supposed to get pressure on them to make it harder for them. You hear, Jonathan Gannon, you want a lesson? Look what Todd Bowles did with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Look at the pressure they put on Patrick Mahomes. And look how it slowed down that offense. And you see how it worked in favor of the Bucs? Exactly. It took some of the pressure off the offense, which actually helped them perform better. Now, you take that same philosophy to Jonathan Gannon when it comes to playing against the capable or superstar QBs. He doesn't do that, which is completely the exact opposite, completely ludicrous, and the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. I mean, Jonathan Gannon so far, he just showed he doesn't get it. So far, he hasn't adjusted. And Dave Spadaro released an article saying that one day down the line, this could be, I'll put the link to it in the description box, but he's implying that this could be a loss that you might look back on with, more optimistically in the future as a turning point, that eventually close loss would turn to close wins. But the one thing that came out, there was a quote from Marcus Epps. Part of that quote was trust the process. What process is there to trust with this guy? Jonathan Gannon. He lines up his defense the same way, depending on the opponent, depending on the capabilities of that quarterback. He hasn't adjusted against QBs that are actually capable or better. He doesn't change up the defensive strategy, and he continues to see his defense get torched against them time and time and time and time and time again. So why should we trust this process when Jonathan Gannon hasn't shown any changes? Now, at least Nick Sirianni, and I still don't fully regret everything I said in some of my rants about him, but at least he's trying these past couple weeks. He's at least showing some signs of progress, and he's showing that he might be better, and I might be less harsh on him by the end of the season. Because at least now he's running the ball. Now that could be that he's more confident in Jordan Howard than Miles Sanders. That could be part of it too. Which if that's the case, well, why didn't they just bring up Jordan Howard then? From the start, if they were more confident in him. Have him number one and Miles Sanders number two, if that was the case. But I could get into a whole nother video about that. But at least now, Sirianni with Jordan Howard, I guess he's more confident in him. So now he's showing the courage to run the ball. Okay, he's at least doing something right. And the offense is playing better. But Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator, isn't doing his part either. This falls completely on him. He's not making the adjustments needed. He just continues to do the same strategy and expect a different outcome. That's the thing I took away most from this. And that's all I'm going to say. You guys that watch, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what your takeaway is, what your thoughts are. Whether anything you agree or disagree with, want to bring up an additional point, feel free to do so in the comment section. Have a wonderful day. Snicky Steve signing off, and I'll see you next time.